everyone! It's been so long since I've actually recorded. My name is Lumix, and we're back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes, I am recording this on the day of Juneteenth, so this is going to be a special episode. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text that you've already read. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Sure, surreal horror is often as successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. I can't read. Ugh, I hate horror. I seriously have reading problems. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Well, what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind that club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud." Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands out on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I don't know how I did that without stuttering. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. I can't do a good noise for that. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Lumix? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the topic of me joining the club, I bluntly came forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Sayuri might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, lose my train of thought. I don't like this. This makes me feel like I'm back in school. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought, Lumix, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is surprising to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next morning so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Lumix, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class of Star Harmonica with my mediocre writing skills? I feel the anxiety well up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Natsuki and Yuri clean up their food. Hey, Lumix, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because we always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Maka. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I hope it's Sayori. All right! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Poem writing! It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. What's this word? Tenacious. Memories, together, childhood. His papa. I don't know what Starscape is. Hi again, Lumix. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lumix. I hope this isn't too overwhelming before I commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't want to even join clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature! Just defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Lumix always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. I love her so much. So cute. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is messy. It's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Lumix can become great friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today. You know. But wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so when you search for you is such a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Y'all can read this. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and I thought you might enjoy it. It's a short read, so it could keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? Even she picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely never, I'm joking. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a TV conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. What? Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slowed down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could possibly fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Monica on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't just give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need to find a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come to in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sarah's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly! That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding my motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? I open my eyes to see Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? you're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Maka overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayuri. That's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's written all over you. Sayuri glances at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out here. I ran my fingertips in the side of Sayuri's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Hey, look, your bow isn't even straight either, and there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe the stain off with my finger, but no one would even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazing buttoned up. Blazer! Seriously, Sayuri, why do you think you don't have a boy? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'll fill in that role. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Ah! I didn't know this was where this scene was from. I thought this was just fan art. But I have to keep going. I have to. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it would be to have a friend that does these kinds of things. Don't say that! It'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near your chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boot. I'm gonna refrain from saying this. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Yeah, that's so much better. Sayuri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. You didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I'm guessing we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Lumix, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to receive her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in the composition notebook. I can't already see Monica's pristine handwriting where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I think you already know. Type your answers in the comments. But anyways, that's enough right now. That's enough for today. I will be recording again, and this is technically DDLC Part 2, even though we barely did a Part 1 in the anniversary video. Well, bye guys. It's been a while since I've been on the platform, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to record as lately. I'm going to a camp, so it's been fun. And I guess you guys can write down who you think we're going to do in the comments. I might do a poll or a questionnaire on who you guys think I'm gonna show this to. But we'll see you in the next video.